안녕하세요. My name is Heather Jeong and I'm here at KCC with beautiful Barbara, a friend of KCC but also a member of BTS Army.
Yes.
Hello Barbara.
Hello, 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 감사합니다. Thank you for inviting me to be part of your show today.
And Barbara, you're a high position in the BTS, the hierarchy of the BTS Army. Not that there is any hierarchy, but you're an admin for BTS Army.
I'm one of the admins for BTS Australia, for the BTS Australia Facebook group. Yes, I'm happy to be doing that with my co-admins and happy to be a member of the Army community.
And how many Army members are there in Australia?
So currently in our Facebook page, we have about 15,000 members.
Wow.
That's the Facebook group. And on Twitter, there's about 28,000 members. So it's
just in Australia alone.
Just in Australia alone. It's amazing. Our numbers are going up, which means that the boys are becoming popular in Australian shores. So thank you to everyone who's been following them.
Wow, and I hope that I'm a big BTS fan. So hopefully you accept me for the Army.
Definitely. You're already accepted. There you go.
And who's your bias?
Okay, my bias is, I have two biases. So I'm a two-sock.
Are you allowed to?
Yes, you're allowed to, definitely. So I'm a two-sock stan, meaning my bias is Jin and J-Hope.
Well,
So
I'm glad
who's your
that we don't overlap because I don't want to share my RM with anyone.
Oh, there we go. Namjoon bias in the house. There you go.
Yes. Today we're going to cook, Barbara, as you know, Dakgalbi from this meal kit sent from Korea, all the way to Korea. And this is a great meal kit because it's just a cupboard ingredient and it has all the ingredients that you need to make Dakgalbi.
Mm-hmm.
And Dakgalbi, as you know, you're a student of Korean language. Can you tell Miss what Dakgalbi means?
So Dakgalbi is stir-fried chicken.
Yes.
Dak meaning chicken. I think chicken is, it's more a domesticated word for chicken.
Yeah.
Dak. Although I know you say chicken in Korea.
Yeah.
But I also did a bit of research that galbi is grilled ribs. Is that right? I hope I'm correct.
Yeah. So Dakgalbi, literally, dak is chicken, like you said, and galbi means like ribs. But when we say Dakgalbi, we just mean a spicy chicken, or sometimes non-spicy, barbecue. Can be stir-fried with other vegetables, and noodles and rice cakes, but also grilled, like you said. And we were inspired by BTS, one of the episodes.
That's right. So I was watching one of the reality shows, which is in the soup. And I think it was episode 5 that Jin and Yoongi cooked Dakgalbi. And they actually did it quite differently from what I saw in Korea because they used, I think it was a mesh wire that they used to barbecue it. So
We've got that covered as well.
There you go. And it looked really good. And then I actually also managed to try it in Korea when I was there a few years ago.
Yeah. There's lots of Dakgalbi specialty restaurants all over Korea, but especially in Chuncheon region, that's the birthplace of Dakgalbi. It's north of Seoul in Gangwon province. And you really have to check it out. If you want to go to Korea, go to Chuncheon or Gangwon and have Dakgalbi. It's such a treat. But you can have Dakgalbi anywhere. And the second dish is we're going to make naengmyeon. So we'll get that.
I'm already hungry.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later on.
Okay.
But shall we get started,
Yes.
Barbara? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have some chicken thigh fillets here. So it's all cubed and all the trimmed of extra fat because we want to be healthier. Yes. And we're going to marinate this chicken.
Okay.
So if you can help me, Barbara.
Yes.
And putting some of the marinade ingredients in this.
Okay.
Should we start with this? Yeah, we got your scissors.
Yes, I have my scissors. There we go.
And this meal kit is so simple because everything you need for the marinade is in this box. So all you have to is buy the fresh ingredients like chicken and veggies. So you can just pop
put
that
them
in there. there's 3 of these.
Okay.
It has gochujang and all the different seasoning, just to make it easier. Because we're time poor, but we want to have yummy food, yummy healthy food. So, yeah. So, how long have you been a member of the army?
I have been a member for 4 years now.
Yes.
Turning on 5, turning on my 5th year. So it's been a very wonderful, crazy experience. I have no words to describe the whole experience so far. I've been meeting so many people, and the whole community is amazing. Of course, following BTS has been an amazing experience as well. But I get to meet a lot of people, which is just great.
So, how many do you have a lot of events throughout the year?
Yes. We just had one lately. We had one at Event Cinema in George Street here in Sydney, because BTS did a concert a couple of weeks ago in Seoul, and they couldn't open it up to foreigners just yet. So they live streamed the concert in cinemas, and it was well attended. It sold out. The theaters in all over the world sold out. It was such a big event that we had a pre-event, and then we had an after party. Pre-event before the concert, and then we had an after party. So we had about 300, if I'm not mistaken, fans that went to celebrate.
Isn't it? Really?
It is.
And what made you, before we talk about BTS, my favorite subject, might be a show about BTS and not cooking tonight. But this is Korean soy, which is really lovely, especially if you're making Korean food. So maybe half that, I like to eyeball ingredients. I'm sure BTS, that's great. You're a natural cook. So that was soy. So we'll just,
Okay, question. Would ordinary soy sauce be okay?
Yes, of course. Yeah. So just use whatever is in the cupboard. So of course, with gochujang, the Korean chili paste, you do need to purchase it from Korean supermarkets. But the mainstream supermarkets have gochujang, the Korean chili paste, these days. So we're going to add some chili powder. So Barbara, are you good with spice?
I'm pretty good with spice. I'd like to think so. I survived Korea when I was there. I'm pretty good with spice.
So how long were you in Korea for?
The last time that I visited, I was there for a month.
All right.
Yes,
so
BTS, of course. Is that okay?
I think that'll be enough. Yeah. So, but please add more chili powder if you like things really spicy, and maybe some pepper. So you can put the whole lot in. Thank you. So a lot of Korean barbecues do have plenty of ground black pepper, and we're going to put some garlic powder.
This smells
which
really
is fantastic, actually. If you don't have access to fresh garlic, make sure you've got some garlic powder in the cupboard. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good alternative. And
I love the smell of garlic. Yeah. There you go.
And this is one of my favorite ingredients, Korean sesame oil.
Oh, yes.
So would you like to put some of that in, please?
Definitely. I'm trying to recall if it was in a BTS show that I've seen before, or I've heard before, but there was a mention of, everything tastes good with sesame oil.
Yes, Koreans are like, we drizzle sesame oil on just about everything. So it's like the Mediterraneans love olive oil, we love sesame oil. It's a very healthy oil. So
very good.
Yes, very good. And Dakgalbi, because it has a lot of spice, we need to tone it down a little bit with some sugar. So
can I put all the sugar?
Yeah, but if you don't like to put sugar in your food, you can put honey or maple syrup.
Honey would be good.
Yeah, stevia, whatever you're comfortable with. And we've got some like this. We have some onion extract, Barbara.
Onion extract.
Yeah. So you can put the whole lot in. It tenderizes and seasons the chicken.
That looks really good.
It's So, and then we've got some dehydrated green onions.
Okay, I can cut that for you.
You can cut that, thank you. And I heard that you've got a YouTube video out with Andrew Chu. I said to Barbara before this that I have a friend who has a room dedicated to RM. It's like her shrine. And then Barbara just outdid herself and said her whole apartment is BTS, right?
I'll put this here.
Yeah.
I call it
I don't think we can get this cooking Dakgalbi done tonight.
I actually call it the Bangtan Sanctuary. So a lot.
Bangtan is the longer word for
That's right.
BTS.
And a lot of BTS Australia armies know about it. I'm pretty shameless that way, so I
So you're quite
post it.
famous in the whole BTS community.
I'd rather use shameless than famous. Everyone knows. No, but I also do that because I want armies to be able to. I want to share with them the experience. So I invite people to come over. They're actually invited to see the place, and we can do watch parties. We can watch concerts together. One of the things I've realized being part of the BTS Australia Army community is that not everyone has BTS, or not everyone has friends that like BTS. So it's always a good thing to create an event or a get-together where people could meet more and make more friends.
Right.
Because as every, with every passion that you have, it's nice to share it with people.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's so nice. Anyway, so this is one of the really good. Oh, would you like to just read out the?
Hi, Mappy. I hope I'm saying it right. Is all sesame oil the same, or is there a type or brand that's best to buy?
Well, not all sesame oil is the same. I say to my students all the time that, use whatever is in your cupboard, and please use whatever sesame oil you have in the cupboard. But if you have to go out and buy it, and if you have access to a Korean supermarket, then why not try Korean sesame oil? So there's a little joke amongst the class. You can smell Korean sesame oil a mile away.
Oh.
It's very fragrant. So that's a great question. I forgot to, with the naengmyeon that we're going to cook, I forgot to bring the stock in the freezer. So I might just get my fairy to bring the freezer, while we're marinating the chicken. So last but not least, this is really unusual where you've got Korean chili paste and Korean marinade ingredients, and yet you put curry powder.
Yes.
Have
I
you
was
noticed?
actually surprised with that. You wouldn't really be able to tell when you order Dakgalbi from a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know that there is gochujang and there is everything else is spicy, but I was surprised with the curry powder. Yes.
So just not too much, but just a little bit. I'll just do just a little shake, and then you can save some of this curry powder for something else, curry egg sandwich or something, or the next batch. And I really love chochang, which is syrup, Korean rice syrup, or any malt syrup.
Yes.
So if you don't have this kind of syrup, it just gives a lovely gloss.
Okay.
You can always add honey or something.
Okay. Can you use corn syrup?
Yes, you can, or rice syrup. Just any kind of syrup, just to make it glisten and thicken, and it's nice to use. Alternative. So would you like to just put gloves on?
Yes.
Just make sure we haven't missed any ingredients. So every ingredient is in the map that you need is in this box. So, but you can access a lot of meal kits in your local Korean supermarket, or just use whatever that's in the pantry. You've got soy, you've got sesame, you've got garlic. So, and we should have some garlic powder in here. Maybe it's in the sauce actually. We've had it in the sauce.
We put
it in already. Okay, could you do the honors, Barbara? You're making it for your Jin and J-Hope. Yes.
Okay.
In one of the episodes, wasn't it?
Yes, let's do this.
So put your hand in. Koreans love using hands to mix. There's really no other way. because we're on camera, we're using the gloves, but get your, wash your hands and get your hands in there. It's lots of fun. Yeah, so...
Cooking it with love.
Yeah, so what's one of BTS's favorite food apart from Dakgalbi?
I've seen them eat a lot of kimchi jjigae.
Kimchi
They
jjigae?
love their kimchi fried rice.
Yes.
They love their kimchi fried rice.
So kimchi with Korean spicy pickle.
Yes.
Do you like kimchi, Barbara?
Yes, I do. I do. Surprisingly, I have been eating kimchi a lot when I was younger without realizing that I was eating Korean food at the time. I was just thinking I was eating foreign food.
Right.
But I never really paid much attention to the Korean cuisine that I was eating, which I actually felt I regretted it,
Yes.
not wanting to learn more at that time.
Well, you can start now.
Yes.
Yes. And so we'll just show the viewers. That's the marinated chicken now. You can leave this in the fridge for about half an hour or overnight, preferably.
Okay.
So, and then, you know what, this freezes really well as well. So you can just portion them and put it in the freezer. And it'll, come up beautifully. So,
It smells good.
yeah.
It smells
But
amazing.
I have one pre-prepared just here because I wanted you to have the best,
Of course.
right? So I've already marinated this.
Was this
I did
overnight?
that- Yeah, so Dakgalbi last night. And if you're not into spicy food, you can take the gochujang out and just do it with soy, but put more soy. And we're going to make Dakgalbi stir fry, which is stir fry with lots of vegetables. And you might have seen in cooking blogs or shows, Dakgalbi usually have chicken and lots of veggies.
Yes.
And we're going to do that. And I think even on one of the episodes, BTS episodes, they put everything in together. But I like to cook the chicken a little bit separately and then add the vegetables.
Okay.
And that way the vegetables are really crunchy. So we'll just, I've got this pan heated, and do you want to do the honors?
I will
just,
try.
Yeah, maybe just half.
Okay.
You can save the other half. You can just, it's not very precious, so you can just...
I can just chuck it all in.
chuck it in.
Chuck it half.
This is a kind of like a party food, kind of gregarious. Like you get everyone, around the barbecue or around the dining table,
Involved
and
in
then
it.
just it's just really good party food. So
Can I add more?
yeah, that's enough. I think that's enough for two of us.
That should be good. Yes.
Yeah. And Barbara, tell me about this trip that you're gonna do.
The boys are having a series of concerts in Las Vegas in next month.
Yeah.
So that's April
Sorry
8
to
9.
interrupt. There's
Yes.
a question.
Oh, there you
yeah,
go.
would you
Yes.
like to? Yeah.
Let me read the question from
Yeah.
Coralie and Kat. So how do we get the kit? Yes.
Well, Coralie and Kat, I'm sorry, but it's not for sale. But there's a lot of kits you can buy them in Korean supermarkets, Dakgalbi. But really, Dakgalbi is just a marinade. It's a chili marinade using Korean chili paste, soy, garlic, sesame oil. So just marinate it using those ingredients, and then you can just cook as is. So this kit is only for like marinade. So even though it's really convenient, you can just do it, wing it.
Yes,
Wing it.
that's true. It's actually quite easy,
Quite easy,
to
isn't it?
to
Yeah.
cook.
Yeah.
I guess it's really just a matter of finding the ingredients if you want to make it as authentic to the Korean as you want
that's
to.
right. So it's pretty easy. I don't know whether the camera can pick up. It's very smoky in this room. It's like beautiful. Yeah.
So question from Grace.
Yeah.
So Grace is asking what part of chicken is used.
Yes. We've said, Grace, that's a great question as well. It's chicken thigh fillets, because I just like cooking with chicken thigh fillets, but you can use chicken breast if you want to, or you can use I mean, this is a fillet, but you can actually use bones as well. You know, you can buy chicken wings or.
Oh, so you can use chicken wings.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever that you know you can access. That's easy. And I've actually soaked some rice cakes. These will take longer to cook.
Okay.
So I'm going to. These are just those. You know, it was in the kit, but you can just purchase rice cakes. If you don't have rice cakes, no worries. It's not a compulsory thing. But Koreans like to put rice cakes. Yeah, in Dakgalbi. So if you like to stir that, Barbara. It smells beautiful, doesn't it?
Oh, that smells so good. I hope everyone. I just hope everyone can smell it from this.
And these are like I've just cut these, and these are sweet potatoes.
Oh,
These are the purple sweet potatoes, Korean sweet potatoes.
I was wondering what they are.
Yeah, and the flesh is white. So, and these would take longer to cook as well. So I'm just gonna stick that in there. So just careful not to burn. I think burn the chicken now. So sweet potatoes go in there.
I actually thought they were apple slices.
Yeah. Or if you don't have sweet potatoes, don't worry. So whatever veggies that you have, you can even put potatoes, you know, or just if you don't like veggies, you don't have to put any veggies. My son wouldn't put even any veggies in this.
So he just uses
for him is chicken. So it's usually whatever you have in the fridge or in the pantry. So this is it's nearly ready, and I'm just going to put a little bit more sesame oil, just because I can, because I like sesame oil.
Just because Heather wants to.
Yes. I'm just going to keep this chili powder. And I've saved one more packet of this gochujang because I want the gochujang might use it for veggies as well.
Okay.
So just keep that while you're stirring. And then this is the time I think when you should be putting all the veggies.
So you just add everything.
Yeah, just layer it. So I've got the colorful carrots. Oh, love cabbage.
Cabbage.
Yeah, that's a good one. And I've got some onions here and some green onions just for color and beautiful taste, just for texture. So just leave this here. If you can just keep on stirring.
Oh, that smells amazing.
Yeah. So are you gonna cook this for Jin and Jaeho?
Yes, definitely.
So they really like to get into their Dakgalbi, wasn't it?
They love their food. It's one of the things that I think a lot of BTS fans love about BTS is because they promote their local food so much, and because of they jump.
Like every time we do a cooking program, there'll be like food.
The cabbage jump.
There's like food, flying food everywhere. We had this last week as well, but it's lots of fun. So, and we're going to add more sauce. There's another question from Sharon.
Hi Sharon. It looks so good. It does. It smells so good as well. And Muffy also said, I really wish I could smell and eat some.
Yeah, I wish everyone could just smell this beautiful barbecue we have here. You can just smell it. It's just one of my favorite dishes. And you can add things like noodles to this, which is really, really tasty. And last but not least, do you know what these are, Barbara?
Perilla leaves.
Yes.
Yes. The boys love that.
Oh, right. And do you know what they're called in Korean? It's called genyip, and it's the leaf from wild sesame leaves. So if you just gather fresh wild sesame leaves, then you're going to get genyip. And Koreans just love this as a wrap.
Yes.
In soups, in stir fries, pickles, kimchi, you name it. I love it.
I've seen that a lot in Korean barbecues. They do, and again with BTS, they love eating that with their Korean beef. So it's really good.
Yeah,
that's the
that's
the first time I've actually seen Korean beef.
Oh, really? This is from my garden. I like to grow. I might just maybe a bit more aggressive with the Yeah.
Staring.
So yeah,
I'm afraid something will jump.
I like to grow. A lot of Koreans grow perilla leaf, genyip in the backyard, and Australia has such a good summer. Well, it hasn't been such a good summer this year, unfortunately. A lot of people are suffering with all the flooding and so much rain. But anyway, so you can grow perilla leaves really well. So I'm going to sort of turn this off. It's already off. So I just move this out. See if I can just show so our viewers this beautiful hearty party food.
That was so good.
Yeah, this is what you would have when you go to Korean Dakgalbi restaurant. But it's in a bigger.
It's in a bigger. Yes, exactly. It's a bigger pot. Yes, they actually cook it in front of you.
Yeah, but in Australia, you can, you know, if you have lots of friends and family over, you can do this on the backyard on the barbecue. But it's always nice to have lemonade drink because it's spicy. It's always nice. I hear you're a bit of a fan of Chilsung cider.
감사합니다.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chilsung cider.
But I'm a big fan of something even stronger.
Oh!
Got another question.
We have another question. Where can I buy a perilla leaf plant?
Yes, that's a great question. You can only buy perilla leaf from Korean supermarkets. Unfortunately, it's not in the local supermarkets. But perilla plant, they don't sell it in the local nurseries.
Okay.
But you can buy the perilla seeds.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but you know, but there are lots of different perilla seeds, so just be careful that you don't get the wrong one. So get the Korean perilla leaf seeds. So if you Google perilla, leaf seed, then you know you can get it, or ask a Korean friend. That'll be my best bet.
Are they easy to manage?
It's just the most easiest plant to grow. Like you
good.
can't, sorry, but you can't get rid of it once you have it. But it's not a perennial, it's an annual.
Okay.
But because our summers are so long and so beautiful, we can grow perilla leaf for about 7 to 8 months of the year.
Oh, that's good.
6 to 8. I've got mine's growing like it's taller than me, which is not very difficult.
wow.
But anyway, so we got to have this, right? So do you like makgeolli? So here we have makgeolli. Yeah. I just want to go back to Chuncheon and have Dakgalbi and have a makgeolli or soju or both. Why
Or
not?
both?
Yeah. So I'm just staring. This is seng makgeolli. Have you ever heard of that, Barbara? For all the BTS fans out there, seng makgeolli is you have to put it in the fridge straight away. It's always kept in the fridge. And it has a very short use by date because it's a draft makgeolli.
Oh, that one I'm not aware
so good
of.
for you.
Okay.
This, you can
so you
live
finish
to-
it.
You finish it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and live to be 100.
That's the way to go.
And usually, traditionally, makgeolli, you just put it in a little kettle like this.
Yes.
So make sure I don't have flying makgeolli. Yeah. Okay. So I don't have it sort of because it's quite gassy. But I heard that if you massage the bottle, then it doesn't go as gassy when you open it. I don't know. It might be an old
That's a good
wives'
tip.
tale, or so everyone likes to be massaged. So
course.
even the makgeolli bottle likes to be massaged. I think. Yeah. It's a good tip.
There you go. It worked.
It worked.
It's proven.
So those people out there, if you massage them, if you massage a little bit, then it doesn't go all over the place. So
Heather, I have
we
a
do it.
question about the pot for the makgeolli. Why is it served in a traditional pot or kettle like this?
It's for like Korean good manners. I mean, this was made at home, right? So we didn't have these bottles.
Yes, okay.
And also makgeolli is traditionally quite a peasant drink. So, you know, workers would be working in the fields, for example, and the cooks or the family members would have all the lunch and the food and drink set out on a big, you know, basket, carry maybe on their heads, and take the whole food and makgeolli. Because it has low alcohol level, you can, you know, work and, you know, have lunch, have makgeolli, have a little nap under a tree or whatever. So that's why.
Good. That's
I don't know whether I've answered it.
So I never answered. Thank you. No,
Yeah.
thank you. I haven't really
Yeah.
asked that question before. I've always been wondering why it's served in a kettle.
Yes.
And that makes sense because it's homemade.
Yeah, it's homemade. I
Yes.
mean, even
These are
now
really
I have some
nice.
friends that
Who do
make
that.
it. Yes, and I'll pour you some makgeolli.
Kamsahamnida.
It's nice and milky.
really good.
Do you like, yeah.
That's
Thank
also
you.
another
Yeah.
thing that
Yeah.
I've noticed, that you pour each other's drink.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
It's a very good tradition.
Yes. So, shall we cheers to
Kampe.
BTS,
BTS, KCC,
BTS and KCC and BTS Army.
BTS Army.
Yeah. Okay. I wish everyone could see.
I think my
taste
friends
this.
hate me right now
it's
because
so
I'm drinking
beautiful.
on TV. They
It
can't
has a
share.
very low, it's a low alcohol level, which gives us more excuse to drink more, right?
That is true.
Oh, this is so beautiful. So could you like to do the honors of having this dakgalbi? Just, okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So just grab what
Okay.
you like. I'll grab what I like. Some
I'll grab the
chicken. Can you describe? I mean, it's spicy, it's so savory, the chicken's so moist. It has everything you want, really, isn't it?
맛있어요.
맛있어요. It's so 맛있어요.
It's
So
delicious.
delicious. You have to try it. Even doesn't matter if you don't have the milk. It was more convenient for us. But if you have just soy and some chili and some sugar and garlic and sesame, you can make dakgalbi.
The spice
So that's
is
so
really
beautiful.
good. The spice is not too much, but it's enough to actually linger. And then it actually, the way the flavors all come together is really good.
Yeah.
It's good.
And also with this makgeolli, if you go to even big liquor shops,
They
you
have
can
that.
get makgeolli, and Korean supermarkets, the bigger ones would have a separate alcohol section. So this is one of the best makgeolli, and it goes so well with the chili. And you can also add some lemonade to this, I've been told. You do that too?
That's good. That's a good combination.
Yeah. Just drinking on the job, I
Yes.
think. Right, so that was like a stir-fried version of makgeolli, but as in the episode, there is a another version, isn't there?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, you're doing it.
Yes.
There you go. Yes, I'm sure BTS Army would remember this very, very well.
Yeah, that's right. So let me try. There's another question.
We have a question from James. Hi James, 안녕하세요. This show is making me want to have dakgalbi for dinner. Drink soju and listen to BTS. There we go. The sizzling sound is like BTS to my ears. Isn't that wonderful?
Thank you, James. We should have the background BTS music.
that's
Well,
true.
next time. So in one of the episodes, Barbara, there was a BTS cooking. They were cooking dakgalbi, and it was grilled dakgalbi, wasn't it?
Yes, and they used a
Yeah.
big contraption like that. So a big mesh wire.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were cooking for all 7 members, so they had to do a lot. They had to cook a lot in one serving, in one go. But yes.
Yeah. So if you don't have this, don't worry about it, because you can always do it on your barbecue, like your charcoal Weber or barbecue. So I love grilled Dakgalbi. It's one of my favorite. I wish that you can just smell.
I know. If we can
smell
only share the scents that we have today.
Yeah. And so you're going to some BTS concerts, you're telling me?
Yes. So the boys are having series of concerts in Las Vegas this April, next month. And there's a good number of BTS Australia fans that are coming, which is amazing. And everyone's excited. There would be a good mix of fans that are seeing them for the first time, and I think all of them are not getting any sleep as of right now. They're all too excited, and there are also some ARMYs or some fans that are seeing them again after not seeing them for a couple of years. So like myself, which is yes, I can hardly wait.
Yes, and why do you think people like us, and why do you think we like BTS so much, and why do you think it's like more than any other, it sort of surpasses a boy group, isn't it? Why do you think?
But there's every BTS ARMY has a story to tell. Everyone has a different story to share. But most of the ones that I've encountered or I've spoken with or I've met, it's always the positive message that BTS share. It's the positive message that they have to the world. It's a cynical world. We have so many challenges going on, and then they come out, this group which exudes positivity and music and self-love, and suddenly all these people are drawn to them because they are just a perfect role model for the youth, and not just the youth. Obviously, I'm not part of the youth, but
they're a total package, aren't they?
Yes, the music, exactly. The music, the dancing, the message. They're all. They just know how to connect with people. So, but most of, like what I said, most of the ones that I've encountered, they say BTS have changed them into having a more positive outlook on life, especially on the self-love journey, which is a big thing. Yes.
Yeah, so
it's the whole.
It's so one of my favorite foods. So if you can make Dakgalbi for hundreds of people or even thousands of people. It's one of these things that's fairly easy to make, and people I haven't met anyone who doesn't like it. If you don't like the spice, you can take out the chili paste. I think there's another question coming up.
Muppy, are you getting hungry?
That's Muppy.
That's Muppy.
Hi, Muppy. She did cooking here at the KCC last week.
There you go. Muppy's getting hungry. Well, Muppy's asking if you can buy the mesh cooker at the Korean grocery.
Yes, definitely. I bought this today from a Korean grocer. And it's not expensive, and you can I like it because you can reuse this, which is great. So you just clean it with some Stilo, some Jif, and and reuse it all the time. And you can
Sorry, do they come in different sizes?
Yes, it comes in different sizes and different colors. So I really recommend it. Is there some scissors there? Thank you. And if you can just pass me, Barbara, the wrap. So that's the Dakgalbi, grilled Dakgalbi. I just can't wait. And the gochujang there, please.
Oh, I know what you're going to do. Oh, okay.
Right. So this is gochujang, or we can use samjang, which is like a less spicier version, but we're going to do gochujang today. So do you like wraps?
Yes, I do.
So I'm just going to cut this, the chicken, just the edges, make sure it's all cooked. So Koreans love using scissors.
Yes, that's another thing.
It's just the best cooking utensil. Take note. It's not just for paper and
Yes, that's another thing I noticed when I went to Korea and I was going around the restaurants, and they were serving the food with the utensils, and there were scissors. And when I first when I first came, I didn't know what the scissors were for. And I think it was a noodle dish that I ordered. I think it was milmyeon,
Yes.
the cold noodle.
Yeah, milmyeon.
Milmyeon.
Yes.
And I had a hard time eating it because I didn't know that you use the scissors for that. Now I know.
Right. So we've got wild sesame leaves, genip. It's already got gochujang in the marinade, but we'll just put a little extra. It's not spicy. And Koreans would put more chili in the some, or even like raw garlic. But we won't do that tonight. We'll do it after.
Okay.
So, and then I'll just help you serve.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good?
Yeah. Right. So. This is from my garden, so it's nice and it's all organic and very fresh. So I'm gonna help myself to one.
That is so good.
It's so good,
I
isn't it?
just
Gonna
feel
have
sorry
some
for
chili.
everyone who's watching and not eating
Yeah.
right now. We should have warned them to eat before.
That's right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The taste of the perilla. Wow.
It's so good.
We both are good, but can I say I prefer the smoked or the grilled one better? It's just a different taste to it. The smokiness is more. You just have more flavor with the smokiness, and then with the perilla leaf.
Yeah, it's so good.
Daebak.
This chili that I've just put in the perilla leaf is so spicy I can hardly breathe. It's not from the barbecue. It's
not from the
actually from the
marinade.
fresh chili. So beware when you're buying, green chili. Sometimes it can be really deadly.
I'm not gonna try that on.
But it's nice. It's
a live
it's hit the
TV show.
spot. So
Oh wow.
this is why you have makgeolli, because just in case it gets too spicy, the creamy and the effervescent sparkly makgeolli just washes it down.
That's true.
So, one of my favorite things is, I'll just show you, Barbara. For example, we don't have time at the moment to eat all this in front of the camera. We are about to. But say you finish having this. Say everyone's dug in, and
have extra.
and and this dish is so good because it's like a gift that keeps on giving. Because you've got all the chicken and the veg, the rice cake. Sometimes you put noodles in here, and then there might be a little bit left. And then let's just pretend there's some left. So rather than just leaving it like that, Koreans would make an extra course. You could just pass me the rice.
So we have white rice.
Yeah.
Everyone is
Yeah.
hungry. From Mapi, Eileen, Kate, and Grace. I'm starving. So hungry. Oh my God.
Yes.
Dakgalbi.
I wish you guys could taste this. It's just so amazing. So I've got some white rice or any rice you have at home, and then you've just put it in the pot with all the seasoning left at the bottom. So
Should I?
yes,
Sure.
just mix it so that it's all sort of flat at the bottom.
Oh,
Just
you
make
get
it
all
flat.
the flavor in the sauce.
Yes, yes. So make sure it's all flat at the bottom. Let me just turn this on. So I've got another question.
I hope Monet.
more sauce?
Monet. I hope I'm saying your name right.
Monad?
Monad.
Yeah.
Can we go a bit more European? Monad. Go, Barbara. Thank you. It looks yum. It does. It does.
She must be Monad, or he or she must
or
be
she.
a member of the BTS Army. So I've added more sauce to this. So you just lay it down until it's flat. You can add some sesame oil to this, which I'm going to add some sesame oil. Because we put sesame oil on almost everything. It's
As
one
you
of
should.
our prized
As one should.
ingredients. So all the sauces, everything, it's heating up now. and you just forget about it. You just have let's have another drink. We just forget about it. Yeah,
We'll just have
we'll
another
be drinking and having fun and having lots of BTS conversations, and then just leave it alone.
And
leave it alone.
we'll
And
wait for
then-
that.
Yeah, and then we're gonna wait for that.
We have another question from Grace. Grace is asking, how do you say bon appetit in Korean?
We don't have like bon appetit like short, but it's can be different, and Korean word has a bit of hierarchy and formal and informal. So usually we say 잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다.
That's formal.
잘 먹겠습니다.
But we're friends, like we're BTS Army, so we say 잘 먹어.
잘 먹어.
Yeah.
잘 먹어. Grace, 잘
Yeah.
먹어.
So it depends on whether you're talking to your elder or your family. So 잘 먹겠습니다, Grace. So we've got rice cooking like this, right? And we could have melted the cheese, even cheese, over the chicken. But I like putting cheese, like when I'm having some rice. Or you can do it with the chicken, but it's dakgalbi and cheese is so yummy, and I'm gonna dip the chicken in the
cheese.
In the cheese. So,
I was laughing because I remembered one BTS episode. They celebrated their anniversary a couple of years ago, and when they celebrate the anniversary, they get together and they eat. In one of those episodes or one of those anniversary celebrations, Jungkook
Yes.
was he had rice and he used the leftover dish.
Yes.
And then did the same thing, put cheese on it, and so they do love their cheese.
Yeah, Koreans like cheese. It's a modern day thing. Young kids and Koreans in general like cheese. It's just to offset the spiciness. Because we have lots of chili and spicy food, and the cheese actually adds some, sort of neutral, creamy taste to it. So this is about done. It's so, the aroma in this room is just like something else. Do you like to just have taste of the rice?
I just wish I can share this to everyone right now.
Right. So let me just show everyone what this dish looks like. Very hot. Here you go. It's creamy from the cheese. The rice is all crunchy at the bottom, like crunchy rice. It's all seasoned, and we might just put some seaweed, whatever seaweed you have in the cupboard or in the fridge. Go. Another question from Monad.
What side dishes can go well with dakgalbi?
Oh, Monad, I think it's, if you're stuck and you don't know the answer, the best thing to say is kimchi. Right? Kimchi goes with anything. You can actually put kimchi chopped into the rice as well. But usually when you go to dakgalbi restaurants or even at home, we have things like assam, but I love mulgimchi, which is kimchi made with lots of water, like lots of soupy, called dongchimi or mulgimchi. So when you go to Korean supermarkets, if you don't know how to make it, you can purchase them from Korean supermarkets. So it's kimchi with lots of soup.
Would white radish kimchi be good with this as well?
Yes,
they usually serve.
Yeah, something that's not spicy, something refreshing. Yeah. So would you like to do the honors?
I'll just answer this. What is your favorite Korean side dish, Barbara? That is a hard question. Very difficult. Yeah. I do love white radish kimchi, which is why I mentioned. I also love the yellow radish kimchi, the slices. But I don't know if you can. Do you consider them side dish as well? The egg roll.
Yes. Yeah.
And I said so many already. But my top favorite is quail eggs.
Oh, right.
With soy sauce.
So soy braised quail
Quail
eggs.
yes.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite as well.
yes.
And all of that actually, it's a good balance when you're eating, especially eating something spicy. So should we?
We will dig
Should
in.
we dig in?
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
Need
it's
the
all
cheese.
crunchy at the bottom. I don't know whether you can see the crunch. Let me just show you.
A bit of the cheese and the seafood
and let me just, you
and
can
the
sort
rice.
of dip the chicken as well
There we go.
in the cheese. Wow, cheers, BTS, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. In food heaven right now, isn't that great? So this is another meal.
That is so good.
It's like paella
Yes,
or a
yes.
risotto,
Yes.
or it's so delicious. And please try it.
That is amazing.
Whatever stir fry, Korean stir fry or barbecue you do, you just add rice to the bottom of the pan, you get another meal, which is even better sometimes than the original dish.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
people
true.
just hang
I
out
suppose
with it.
kids would love this because of the
Yes,
rice and the
that's right.
cheese. And
Yes.
yeah, kids would love this. If they don't like anything, you know how kids are sometimes, they find it challenging to eat vegetables. This would be a good way for
Yeah.
them to eat that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
So, yeah, there's another question.
From Kat. Yeah, so I have just taken some rice cakes out of the freezer. This looks too good. I need to eat something spicy.
So, Kat, if you have gochujang or chili powder and soy, just boil that with, or stir fry that with some sugar and some sesame oil and garlic. You can add water, or you can do dry stir fry.
There you go.
And that's beautiful. It's called kirum tteokbokki. So
Kirum tteokbokki.
which is a dry stir fry. But last but not least, this is Jin's favorite meal, isn't it? You're blushing.
I know. Yes.
What are we about to make?
About
Barbara?
to make noodles.
Yes.
Noodles. Am I saying it right? Naengmyeon?
Yeah.
Naengmyeon.
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 So
Naengmyeon.
cold noodles. Naeng means cold and myeon means noodles. So, and it's one of Jin's favorite food.
That's right.
It originated traditionally from sort of north of Korea, but now it's everywhere, and it's my favorite dish as well. But it's really labor intensive to make. The noodles you can buy from Korean supermarkets. It's called naengmyeon noodles. It's got a lot of different ingredients, including buckwheat and wheat and lots of good ingredients. But it's really chewy and it's really thin, and you use your front part of your teeth to break into. But it's so addictive. But it used to be really hard to make, Barbara. But now you can sort of cheat because so many products are out there that
yes.
you can buy. So you boil the noodles. And it only takes a few minutes to boil. And then you can buy these soup mix.
The soup pack.
Yeah, so you just put it in the freezer because you have to have it really cold. It's called naengmyeon, hence the reason. So you can make it like slushy, like freeze it. I don't like it like frozen, but I like it with sort of just
The
cold
yes.
stock. And we used to it was so labor intensive that we made pickled radish. But these days we don't have to because you can
buy the pack.
Yeah,
Everything is easy.
Everything is easy. So these radish slices, which is not the same as naengmyeon radish, but it's pretty close. So I like to use the radish from this as a topping because naengmyeon always has a topping. Some cucumber. I'm just gonna plate. Yeah, if you can just I'm just gonna plate this. Some cucumber, something green, and I've got some slices of Korean pear.
Oh.
So which is this Korean pear. This is a good topping, and then topped with
Boiled egg.
boiled egg. So if you can just see naengmyeon, it's so beautiful, and I just love eating this. I probably have it once a week.
That looks
And
healthy as well.
Yeah, and it's especially good when if you like to just hold it up in front of the camera. It's especially good after you've had Korean barbecue. It refreshes.
refreshing.
So it's a thing with naengmyeon that you sort of refresh with a little bit of vinegar. This is brown rice vinegar, and we like to put a little bit of that's very noisy.
Is that mustard?
Mustard.
Yes.
Sort of like an English mustard, but this is Korean mustard, of course. So, and then you just stir.
I'm gonna.
So how easy
Yes.
is this? Have you got your chopstick?
Yes. I'm gonna share
Yes.
again. It was.
Yes.
I know I talk a lot about BTS, so my apologies, but it's another one of their shows where they actually were having naengmyeon, and they were debating on whether putting mustard or not.
Yes.
Yeah, so some of the members like mustard and some of the members don't. And I was actually quite surprised that they were putting mustard on it.
Yeah, I mean, I like mustard in it, but when you put mustard on the noodles, you put it on top of the noodles and then you just kind of,
Graze it.
Yeah, like you sort of stir on the noodles because it's very hard to mix it into the soup. So I like you to that's got our take on instant naengmyeon.
Instant
But it's
naengmyeon.
really delicious. And you can just, do the honors and have some Jin's favorite food.
There we go.
It's like you're cooking for
I
Jin.
know. I'm not supposed to be blushing, but
Every time I mention Jin, you seem to blush. So,
I might have to borrow some of the.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
So
go.
you
You can
just
see it.
stir. So here you go. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Because these noodles have been sitting here like that.
Ah,
Yeah. Here you go.
try it.
And would you like to have a spoon? Here you go.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I'm.
Oh.
They won't detach themselves.
Yes, sure.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And you might need a spoon to get this beautiful stock. This beautiful stock.
Thank you.
It's very refreshing.
I feel so spoiled right now.
Yes. I wish Jin was here right now.
I wish to.
I wish Jin was watching as well. So naengmyeon is an all-time favorite of Korea. But when you go to Dakgalbi restaurants in Korea, or when you have Dakgalbi, we like to eat bak. I mean, we did this because BTS did it. But we like to, in restaurants or with Dakgalbi, it's normally buckwheat noodles.
Yes.
So we do the same thing.
I've seen that.
Yeah, so we've got buckwheat noodles here. We do the same thing. It's a cold dish, so cucumber. So cucumber, same thing with the pear in Korean.
Pear.
Yes, we've got some egg. And with buckwheat noodles, we like to put some
Oh, so that's the difference.
seaweed, dried seaweed. We can put some sesame seeds if we want to. You want to get into this, don't you? and you can make it really spicy as well. It's up to you, but you can just put some Korean chili paste, gochujang. There are seasoned gochujang that you can purchase from Korean supermarkets. And then
The broth.
these broth can be bought from Korean supermarkets. And then you can put it in the pantry when you bring it home. And then just before you're about to serve, you put it in there for a couple of hours. You put it in the freezer. So, and this is another noodle dish, traditionally served in Korean Dakgalbi restaurants, or even when you're at home. How easy is this? You
That's
can
very
buy
easy.
the broth.
That's
Yeah.
very easy.
So, and also you can put some radish slices here as well, like we did for naengmyeon.
So would that be, sorry Heather, would that be basically a good tandem or combo when you serve
Yes.
Dakgalbi to
Yeah.
friends. You can serve it with
Yes.
naengmyeon.
Excuse me. Very loud in the kitchen today, isn't it? Just getting too excited. So this is sort of makuksu. It's what it's called.
Makuksu.
And this is a noodle that's also served a lot in north of Seoul. In the Gangwon province, there is a whole area just devoted to buckwheat noodles, and it's one of the most exquisite things that you can eat in Seoul, in my opinion. So it's the same broth as naengmyeon, but it's just different noodles.
Different noodles.
Yeah,
so if you go to Korea, if you go to Seoul, or let's say to South Korea, which area in South Korea would serve the best?
Makuksu would be probably, arguably, Gangwon province. They have a big area. There's actually a buckwheat noodle museum in this area. So Chuncheon is very close to Chuncheon, where this galbi originated from. So we've made a bit of a mess in the kitchen, but we're gonna, we have to go now. Let's just say goodbye.
We'll just go and dive into the food.
One more question.
Yes, one more question. Do you find broth in the freezer at the Korean shop?
Yes, you can buy from the fridge, the freezer, but usually the broth is sort of on the shelf because it's all sort of nice vacuum packs. So
and then you freeze it yourself and you bring it home.
It tastes. This is what Koreans do. We don't sometimes use even the spoon. We like to.
There we go. Diving right in.
And it's just most gorgeous broth. It's cold, refreshing. So, you can make makuksu or mulnaengmyeon anywhere. You don't have to, slave over a hot stove making this stock.
That's true. It's very easy. I suppose
Yeah.
it's one of the easiest Korean dishes that I've seen, which is amazing. It wouldn't scare someone who wants to try
Yes,
Korean
that's right.
food for the first time.
Yes.
From Grace, thank you both. I've learned a lot about cooking and BTS today.
Oh, thank you, Grace. So we're gonna sort of go and enjoy naengmyeon, dakgalbi, and makuksu. But another cheers, right?
감사합니다.
Yeah, 감사합니다.
Yeah,
thank you. This is makgeolli. Thank you. Right, thank you, Barbara, for joining me and us
감사합니다.
at KCC.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers to.
Thank you. Cheers to KCC. Cheers
Yeah,
to BTS.
BTS.
Cheers to Army.
Cheers to Army. So refreshing and
So good.
delicious, isn't it?
This is so good. And this, and this, and this,
Yes.
and this.
You can drink this all
Everything.
night.
Especially this one. But the colors
I
are
wish I
amazing.
could join you in
Oh yes.
yeah,
There's
Las
still
Vegas.
time.
Is there?
There's still time. It's not happening till
got
next
family
week.
and work, and I wish I knew. Bye everyone.
안녕.
안녕.